Back for the Connor Happer Show. You're on 1620 The Zone, 1620thezone.com. Blur Party tailgate going on yet again this weekend. You can join. John and Michael will be down there doing 1620 the pregame show at the Blur tailgate this Saturday in Lincoln. And if you want to win your way into the tailgate, which is awesome, by the way, having the chance to experience a couple of them now, you should head to our website, 1620thezone.com, because I think we draw for I think we draw a ticket. I think we draw tomorrow, probably, or maybe today.
It's coming up. Clock's ticking. Just do it now. Just do it now.
You're going to want to do that. You are going to want to do that. By the way, this needs to be passed along. TJ3, our boy, is quite the sicko. I remember that he does this. He tracks like all of the baseball schedule releases, the college baseball schedule releases throughout the year.
Whoa.
And so by the time like Creighton does theirs, he's a Creighton guy. But by the time that Creighton does theirs, like he basically knows it all already. Obviously it's very early. So he said that yesterday was the biggest batch of, or not the biggest batch, but the latest that he has tracked that the first schedule had been released. LSU with Arkansas, Florida, and Ole Miss all releasing their schedules yesterday. That was the latest first schedule that he has tracked on his sicko spreadsheet.
Okay.
The college baseball schedules. Yeah, be on the lookout. I mean, there's going to be some good non-con games for the Blue Jays this year. All right, so Big Ten power rankings with tiers. As I always say, Josh, many people do power rankings. Many people do tiers. Only one does both. And what I wanted to do was basically make this a complete like Big Ten update. So we not only have the power rankings in the tiers, but we have where you moved on the list. I'm going to keep this information. It's a bit of a grind to sort of go through. But where you've moved on the list from 1 week to the next, +1, -1, whatever it might be.
Oh.
And then we go last week in the Big Ten, and then this coming week in the Big Ten. We love the Big Ten, don't we, Josh?
How'd you do all of this and Rice volleyball prep last night?
It just took some time.
Just your life. Okay.
That's just my life. Yeah. I didn't have to watch the Royals score 0 runs, and there was no football on. So
I guess that did free up some of your time.
I also mowed last night. Yep. Mm-hmm. Many points versus many cupcakes. Tier 1. Number 1, Ohio State stays right there at number 1. They beat Grambling 70-0 this past weekend. So congratulations to Ohio State. They do not move in the Big Ten power rankings with tiers. They stay in the same tier. And they play Ohio this coming weekend. Number 2 is Oregon. They are up a spot after last week, crushing Oklahoma State 69-3.
That's a Power 4 team.
And they open up conference play at Northwestern on the lacrosse field this weekend.
Big noon.
How about that? That's going to be weird.
It's going to be about as lopsided.
Oh, it'll be like 56-7. Yeah. Gus, Joel,
bring a book.
Might this be the game where Gus
is
Joel, I'm sorry. I gotta go.
Also, very quickly, you're on to something.
With what?
He's not allowed to call her the All-American girl anymore.
No. He says AAG.
Yeah. Or he's really trying to make that happen.
AAG. And then he says it anyway. He says All-American girl. Somebody got after him and was like, hey, man, can you not do that?
It implies that others are not.
I don't know what
it doesn't actually.
I don't know what it like. It's just kind of creepy. It's just kind of weird.
I guess,
you get the picture in your head of like an all bear. Like you're drawing attention to the fact that she's pretty, right? And that's not
sure
what you're trying to do on the surface.
I get, yeah.
It's one thing to be pretty. It's another thing to say that she's pretty. Mm-hmm. Hey, let's look at her because she's pretty. That's not why you're looking at her. She's reporting. And she's doing a good job doing it.
She's reporting on television, so I'm looking at her.
Right.
Because I'm watching television.
Number 3, Penn State beat Florida International 34-0, but they go down in the power rankings, Josh.
Sure.
They go down. Sorry. Oregon won by 66 points. That's what you have to keep up with. And Ohio State won by 70. So this is an order of victory in Tier 1. Penn State this week gets the vaunted Villanova Wildcats.
Oh, Matt Rule hates playing.
Matt Rule says, I hate playing Villanova. And
Penn State's about to find out.
Penn State's about to get some of that because you know why? Villanova wins. Villanova wins, except for when Kyle Neptune is their coach.
Well, yeah.
Top of the middle, up a spot in this week's power ranking. You'll find out why. Is Illinois, number 4. Am I respecting Illinois? No. But they are number 4 right now.
Are you disrespecting Illinois?
Well, yes, I'm disrespecting Illinois, and I am disrespecting Indiana permanently.
Well, bleep them.
And they have a game coming up soon, and
you're going to have to praise the winner.
I know it's impossible for both to lose, which is the most disappointing part out of all of it.
Big meteor.
It is a huge meteor game for me. They play next week, I'm pretty sure. Wow. They beat Duke 45-19. And this week
it was close in the first half, though.
They get Western Michigan. Number 5 USC is up a spot after beating Georgia Southern 59-20 this past weekend.
20 points.
Yeah, but 59, Josh.
You allowed 20?
And they dropped 70 plus on Missouri State.
They did.
This week, they enter Big Ten play and they make the trip to West Lafayette, Indiana to take on Purdue. USC Purdue, could it get interesting on Saturday? No, I don't think so. USC is number 5. Number 6 is Michigan, who is down 2 spots after losing to Oklahoma 24-13 over the weekend. They, of course, get the Connor Stallions game with Central Michigan this upcoming weekend. So Michigan is now like that Michigan game over the weekend kind of shook me a little bit. I maybe I should think more highly of Oklahoma, but it was a big prove-it game, I think, for both of those teams. They got pushed around physically. It doesn't really have to do with their quarter. I think they're going to get pretty solid quarterback play. We had kind of dudes yelling at each other. You had offensive linemen going down. They were getting pushed around a little bit. Like I said, it was a little disturbing, I think, if you're a Michigan fan. They get Central Michigan this week, and then they travel to Lincoln next week. And I like I said, that's just a huge game for both teams. Number 7 is Nebraska. They're unchanged in the Big Ten power rankings with tiers. They beat Akron 68-0. They get Houston Christian.
Disrespect.
This weekend. They don't move, Josh. Watch all the games. And you're asking for my reasoning why, and I'm telling you why. Number 8, Indiana. They beat Kennesaw State 56-9. They are unchanged in the poll, and they get Indiana State Friday. Because schools that don't have good brands love playing on Friday. Shout out to Indiana for that.
All right.
Number 9 is Washington. I got my eye on you, Washington.
Yeah.
I like Jonah Coleman. I like Damon Williams. Get some things done. They're scoring some points. They beat UC Davis 70-10. They are unchanged in the rankings, and they have a bye this weekend. The only school in the Big Ten who is idle this upcoming week.
What will they do with themselves?
They will sit at their houses so they don't have to travel across the country.
Okay.
Number 10 is Minnesota. This is still the same tier, by the way. Number 10 is Minnesota, who beat Northwestern State 66-0 in 3.5 quarters in Minneapolis on Saturday.
Put it on them. Wow.
Yeah. And then there was the Lightning came with about 5 minutes left, and they said, let's all go home. And everyone agreed. This week, Minnesota heads out to get some of the Calgorithm.
Oh.
Yeah, they go to Cal.
It's Power 4 on Power 4.
It is. People forget that, Josh. An ACC school, Cal Berkeley, Minnesota and Cal this weekend. Tier break, bottom in the middle, Iowa. I'm wondering about you. What's going on? I respect you. You're not an embarrassment. But I'm wondering. Iowa is number 11 after losing to Iowa State 16-13 over the weekend. They are down a spot and they're down a tier, and they will look to get back on track against the University of Massachusetts this weekend. How do you find these schools? Albany, UMass, where do you get these guys? What kind of hole are they pulling them out of?
That's a great question.
I don't know where they find these guys.
They got teams to come to them last year.
Number 12, Wisconsin beat Middle Tennessee State 42-10 this weekend. They're up a spot in the rankings, but they will soon be going down because they play Alabama.
Oh, no.
This weekend, they go to Tuscaloosa.
Oh, that's right. It begins for Wisconsin.
Yep,
this
it's
week.
over.
Yeah.
You had your fun.
Yep.
I hope you scored enough points because you're done.
Yeah.
No more points the rest of the year. Number 13, Michigan State beat Boston College 42-40 in double overtime. They're down a spot this week, and they will play Youngstown State this weekend.
Go Penguins.
Shout out to Bo Pelini and them boys. He is not the coach there anymore.
People forget.
But he does exist, and he did go there. No. He went to Ohio State, but he coached there.
He did.
Anyway. All right, and now we enter the poop deck.
The poop deck?
Yep, these are the poop. The big poop teams in the
Okay.
Big Ten. Number 14, Maryland, who beat Northern Illinois 20-9. They're up 1.
But it's September.
And
September, Maryland.
But they are undefeated, but they're still on the poop deck because you can't fool me. I know what's going on.
Okay.
They play Towson this weekend. Number 15, Rutgers had another MAC team come their direction after beating Ohio by 3. Last weekend, they beat Miami of Ohio 45-17. They are up a spot. They get Norfolk State this weekend.
Michael Vick?
Is that where? No, he went to Virginia Tech.
No, Michael Vick coaches Norfolk State.
Really?
Yeah.
In what capacity? What kind of coach?
Head.
Really?
Yes.
He's the head football coach in Norfolk State?
Yeah.
Is this confirmed?
Yes.
Wow, Michael Vick. Michael Vick versus Rutgers. An old Big East battle. Look at that. Shout out to the Big East. Number 16, Purdue beat Southern Illinois, the Salukis. Shout out to the Missouri Valley Conference, Hong Kong, 34-17.
March Madness.
-2. They go in the power poll.
Ooh.
And they get USC this weekend. Northwestern beat Western Illinois 42-7. They get Oregon. They are unchanged in the poll at number 17. And yes, I was wondering how long this would last, and they lost again. UCLA bringing up the rear in the conference after losing to UNLV 30-23. And of course, after getting slapped around by Utah the week before that, they are unchanged at number 18. They get New Mexico on Friday. I can't imagine how few people will be at that game.
Oh, yeah.
On Friday in gridlock traffic. For an 0-2 UCLA team at the Rose Bowl, give me a break. There ain't nobody going to that game. All right, so non-con update here in the Big Ten. Last week in the league, the conference had 3 wins against power conference teams. They had 2 losses against power conference teams. They had 7 wins against the group of 5 and 5 wins against the FCS. And the Big Ten also did take a loss against the G5 last week, but not at the FCS. They didn't lose to any FCS teams. They did take a G5 loss last week. And I'm trying to remember why did I not write that down?
UCLA.
Of course, it was the team we just talked about. Took a loss versus the G5 last week. Bad luck. Bad luck for UCLA.
Yeah.
This week in Cupcake Town.
Okay.
6 games against Power 5 competition. So there's 2 Big Ten games this week. So 4 teams are in Big Ten play this week. And then Minnesota going to the Calgorithm and Wisconsin is going to Tuscaloosa. So those are the Power Conference games this week. There are 5 teams who play G5 teams this week. UCLA, Michigan, Ohio State, Illinois, and Iowa. And 6 FCS games.
Whoa. Okay.
Good chunk of your conference playing FCS teams this weekend.
Little tune-up weekend.
Indiana, Nebraska, Maryland, Penn State, Rutgers, Michigan State, and then Washington sits by the wayside and watches.
It's Big Ten's SoCon weekend.
It kind of is. It kind of is. Yeah. So this is the tune-up weekend. Get your FCS games in now. Get your points in now, because like we said with Wisconsin, it's going to be a little bit difficult to come by.
Fine-tune those Heisman resumes.
After that. John tweets into the show.
Hi, John.
You met John yesterday. He offered you pizza.
What?
Do you remember that guy who came through and
yeah.
offered you pizza yesterday?
I remember now.
He said, would you guys like some pizza?
Yeah.
I love your show and I love you. And Josh said, who are you? Get out of my face.
Who are you, plebe?
Who the heck do I root for in the Indiana versus Iowa game? Great question. Good luck. Good thing that you don't have to think about that this week. They play each other this year?
Indiana and Iowa?
Indiana and Iowa. Check out Indiana's schedule. But I really,
I'm just getting a picture of a cupcake.
Go to the next page.
Oh, okay.
Go to the next page.
Right. Indiana and Iowa, September 27th at Kinnick.
That sounds like a disaster.
That's after Illinois-Indiana weekend.
I think you root for Iowa.
That's the chaos scenario, right?
You root for Iowa to make Josh wrong about this whole embarrassment thing.
Me?
No. Josh P.
Oh.
You know, he's on this whole big
Yeah.
Iowa's an embarrassment thing. People are mad at him about it.
I heard Mike Farron is ridiculing him
Oh, that was a great segment.
endlessly.
I also really enjoy when Josh writes columns on Husker Max, and every time he really hits that right nerve.
Time,
yeah. Good job by Josh. The Dirk of our time, sounds like. John writes in on the text line.
Hi, John.
UMass is 0-2 and lost to Bryant last week. I don't know who Bryant is, but an entire football team should be able to beat one guy named Bryant. Good take.
Someone in our chat here, Hippie.
Hey, Hippie.
Says UMass is in the MAC this season.
Yes, that's true.
I had forgotten.
They are. They're a G5 team. Chris.
Hi, Chris.
So a follow-up on power rankings, you could get tickets for UCLA New Mexico for $10. So poll question, would you pay $10 to watch UCLA New Mexico? Oh, no. No. I mean, I have to pay $10 and fight an extreme amount of LA traffic on a Friday night. There's no chance of that. I wouldn't go for free.
That's the part.
I wouldn't go for free. I wouldn't go if it was downstairs.
Would you go to UCLA New Mexico if it was downstairs?
Would you go to UCLA New Mexico if it was taking place in your basement?
I think I would.
You would?
Yeah. Well, technically it's New Mexico UCLA, right?
What did I say?
UCLA New Mexico. Home team would be listed.
What's the
second.
difference? Oh God, Josh.
If I'm
What is
writing a
wrong
poll,
with you?
I'm writing a poll question.
So what? Why does it matter if it's who the home team is? It's in my basement.
I'm the home
There
team.
is no home team.
I guess that's true.
I would turn on my television and watch the 2014 wild card game again.
And then the OJ chase and go to bed.
I do more prep for volleyball than I don't have to do now. It's canceled, by the way. The volleyball game isn't canceled, but the broadcast is. For that, now I shouldn't have said that to confuse people. I was going to do the Rice and Northern Iowa volleyball broadcast on Friday, but now it's not happening anymore. But everything else is on as scheduled. Rice and Northern Iowa will still be playing volleyball at Creighton on Friday.
Creighton Louisville sold out.
And Creighton Louisville is sold out. And it looks like they're going to have a fun new court design.
Oh,
That's what it looked like. They were teasing on Twitter yesterday. I haven't seen this, nor do I know anything about what's going on.
Josh Peterson.
On
the
he has a
YouTube
soccer
stream.
game tonight, I think.
Imagine if I was writing columns in 2021, people would have lit the internet on fire.
They would have. They would not have been happy with you. All right, poll question up at Happer Show. Would you go to New Mexico UCLA football if it was in your basement? Please vote.
I really think I would.
Please vote. We'll be back after this on 1620 The Zone.